প্রিয় বন্ধুরা, অল ইউনিভার্স নিউজে আপনাদের সকলকে স্বাগতম। বন্ধুরা, আরেকটি ভিডিও নিয়ে আপনাদের সামনে হাজির হয়েছি। বন্ধুরা, আজকের এই ভিডিওতে দেখাতে চলেছি কিভাবে একটি চোখের অপারেশন করেন। তো চলুন শুরু করা যাক।
Particular detail at the limbus. With these marks, we will properly orientate the IOL final positioning at the operating microscope. For the artisan lens implantation, we need to create our classical posterior corneal incision. I like to create this 5.2-5.5 incision with two planes. The first one is a vertical one, non-penetrating. Then we create the two paracenteses at 8.5 millimeters. Through one of them, we inject either myocol or acetylcholine in order to reduce the pupil size. Through the other one, we like to introduce our standard viscoelastic. Then we enter the eye through the main incision, creating the second plate of this incision. Is what in the old times was described as a cuneiform incision by Dr. Charlet in France. This incision in the posterior cornea is specifically useful because we can perfectly control the surgically induced astigmatism. Once we refill the anterior chamber with a standard viscoelastic, we will introduce the artisan lens completely into the eye. It is very important to remember that this movement should include the complete insertion of the IOL in the anterior chamber, because if the IOL is left at the incision level, then it might tilt and press over the crystalline lens. We will introduce some more viscoelastic to restore the normal anatomy of the anterior chamber, and we will position and centrate the IOL in place, taking into account pupil position and proper axis orientation. Then, with this two hands maneuver, we will take the IOL optic and, using our vacuum fix tip, we will introduce some folds of iris inside the claw. One of the main advantages in using the vacuum fix is that once we introduce the iris inside the claw, there is no more rotation of the IOL. And then for toric IOL implantations, as well as for aphakic implantations, the vacuum fix system is especially useful for beginners and for trained surgeons. Once the lens has been positioned, we check it, and if any error is observed, this is the right time to correct it. Then the incision is closed using 5-10 nylon.
বন্ধুরা, আমাদের ভিডিওটি ভালো লাগলে একটি লাইক দিবেন। ভিডিওটি কেমন লেগেছে কমেন্ট করে জানাবেন। পরবর্তী ভিডিও পেতে আমাদের চ্যানেলটিকে অবশ্যই সাবস্ক্রাইব করে পাশে থাকা বেল আইকনটি অন করে রাখবেন। ধন্যবাদ সবাইকে।